And if you refuse, I will cheat on you because you don't have time for me.
That's quite
Opoku
funny.
Derek, really? Okay.
Exactly.
But no, I thought that's kind of funny and kind of
Exactly.
harsh.
Yeah.
But people really, this can become a huge issue. So
Exactly.
let's first of all like define the difference between having a job and having a career.
Exactly. I mean, many a times I've spoken to so many people, and this has become an issue in their marriages. People are not able to identify the difference between a job and a career. I mean, a job is what gives you money.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what keeps you going. You get me? I could be a trained journalist, but the other day, if I don't have any media house to work in, and then somebody offers me a job at maybe a receptionist, I would take that. But you ask myself, do I have that passion, that desire? At the end of the day, exactly. At the end of the day, would I have that inner satisfaction that I have worked indeed for the day? No. Now, a career is stemmed out of your passion. Your passion. It means that it is inborn. You just want to do it, and whether you are paid well or not, you are not even paid well. At the end of the day, the inner satisfaction is what you desire in. Now, other people will go in. It becomes a profession. When you go to an institution, you train, you have the skills, you acquire it, and then now that is what you do for life. Now, Amma has been on TV for almost a decade and a half now. Now, if Amma should get married, and then her husband says that Amma, stop what you do, I don't want to see you on TV again. What are the reasons that he's giving? Now you ask yourself, is it that because Amma is exposed to the outside world, now if he feels insecure, so okay, Amma can be exposed to so many men who, in my opinion, are more well built than me, are more richer than myself. So the form of insecurity comes in here. That is the reason that he will give. But Amma will ask herself, do I find satisfaction in what I do? Then if yes, irrespective of how much my husband insists, I wouldn't do it. But if it's something that I do because I feel there is nothing,
it's just a job to get money.
Job, money. And he feels that, listen, I want you to stay at home, take care of the kids for me. Now, I don't want you to be stressed out too much. I want to go home, go back to the office, come back home, and come and see you. And when I see you, I want the kids to be around you. I want you to be the manager of my home for me. Is this tangible enough? Do you think that he has enough money to cater for the two of you and also the kids as well too? These are things that you need to ask yourself.
Okay. It's interesting how this question, it will be very hard to pose this question to Ghana right now in the opposite, meaning saying to men, would you quit your job or your career if your wife tells you to? It's almost impossible to imagine it the other way. So
exactly.
As females, is this something that I think if a woman is faced with this decision, is it something that she has to stick by her guns no matter what, because yeah, she's a female and she's empowered, blah blah blah, or should she really consider the thought of if this thing makes her husband or can break up her family? Because I know a lot of women would bow to the pressure and do it. So where should one take a stance?
Well, many marriages have collapsed because of this decision. The other day, a story came up, and then one guy was like, "Listen, I want you to stop because you're into the movie industry. The way guys are kissing you, the way they are holding you, I don't feel comfortable about that. You get me?" And then the lady was like, "This is what I feel I enjoy doing, and I want to change society with what I play in. Now, if you don't want that, I could take more, in quotes, decent
no kissing
roles in these movie sections." And the husband was like, "No, the mere fact that you are in the movie, I don't even want you to be there at all." Now, the lady is in the dilemma right now as to what to do. I think that this is where communication comes in here. Sit down with the man. Let the man know that, listen, whatever I am doing it for the love of it, but not for the money. You get me? Whatever I'm doing is keeping me busy whilst you are also at work. Now, boredom doesn't set in for me. How long can I stay at home waiting for you to come back home and the kids to also come back home? Let him know there are genuine issues that might come out of it if I should succumb to your pressure. Now, something that might come out from, if I'm sitting at home, I'll be stressful. One, Secondly, I say that the devil finds job for the idle hands to do. Now, immediately you tell me that you're coming home at 6 p.m. and I wait 6:30. You are not home. 7 o'clock. You are not home. I start to think, where is my husband? You get me? Exactly. So at the end of the day, I feel like no way. He might be up to something. But Amma, ask yourself, if I had something to occupy me at that particular moment in time, my mind will be on you, but the full concentration will never in any way be on you at all. Now, when I am sitting at home doing nothing, issues will come up. That is where friends will come in. Oh, how you doing? Oh, I'm home. Oh, really? I'm just in your neighborhood. Could I pass by? Then you come and sit home. Chat with friends. And you ask yourself, the day has ended. What have you added to your life? And would you even be proud to go out there with your woman, and then you do an introduction, and then everybody's wife goes like, oh, my name is so and so. I work with this company. Oh, really? That's nice. This is my card. And your wife alone introduces herself, and she goes like, my name is this. I'm Mrs. So and so. I'm like, where do you work? I'm like, oh, currently I'm home. The man yourself, how is it going to affect you one way or the other? So you ask yourself that this lady also have family members who look up to her. She's in a society. Amma has grown up from society. People are looking up to Amma because she is a mentor unto other people. Should Amma go off screen, the dreams and aspirations of many people will be dashed.
No, don't just find somebody else.
Exactly. I mean, exactly.
I'm just saying, yeah.
Yes, but the dreams of aspiration and many other ladies, young ladies, will be dashed because her family is looking up to her. If Amma's little sister comes back to you and says that, uncle, I need my school fees. At least would you assist me? It means you should have allowed your wife to work,
continue helping
out, so that at least you'll be a little bit burdened. When you look at the economic situation in Ghana, so now, Amma, seriously speaking, honestly, even if it is not your career and then it is a job that you just making extra financing and everything like that. Recently, fuel prices have gone up. At least it's really a toll on other people and most of us. Would you be able to bear
electricity and water as well?
Utility, exactly. You ask yourself, even if I was discussing with someone, they said, "Oh, even if you have a room full of money, at the end of the day, it's going to get finished. The more you spend, the more you need to replenish the whole thing. But your wife is a supporting factor to you. Anything that she does, as far as it's decent, is bringing back money home, and you understand each other. Sit down with a woman, know what she likes to do most, and then she can support you. Other than that, you become frustrated one day. She falls on you for assistance. Maybe you want to go fix your hair twice in a month. And then if you have your own money, you could do it yourself without you being falling on anybody else. Now you're falling on your husband. Honey, I want to go fix my hair. But you fixed it just 1 week ago. And he goes like, I want to do it again. No way, I don't have that money. Now this becomes an issue at home. Just ordinary hair.
All right. Also, there are times too when it's almost like it's almost necessary for the female to quit, maybe quit their job or take a career break. Sometimes maybe when children come in, because obviously some women have no choice. They will give birth and they have to go to work straight away. But if you have a husband who's supportive and says stay home for at least a little time, is it so wrong?
When it comes to that issue, I mean, let's say that you've put to bed. I mean, you're pregnant. You really want some time to take some time off. You've given birth. The child is just less than a year old. This in this sense, I would say that yes, I'm quitting it for a period of time. When there is a time frame up to it, then it's acceptable. Now I'm quitting it in order to take care of you because probably you are also incapacitated at that particular moment. I'm quitting it because I want us to fix something at home. That is perfect. Now, if your husband says quit your job, you ask him, he says, why? He says that I want you to take care of these kids up to age 5. Then you can go back to
So it's almost like you have to communicate and come to a good understanding for both of you.
Exactly. So whoever is making that demand should come up with tangible reasons. Now, if I'm making that demand and I tell you that quit your job, and you ask me, why should I quit my job? I say, quit your job. You keep on insisting, quit your job. Give me tangible reasons. Probably I might also buy into your reasons. And if it's beneficial to all of us.
And if we can afford to support you.
Exactly. Okay. That is why I said that at least if it is 3 years, 5 years, 4 years, it means that you want the kids to be up to 4 years or 5 years that you think they are old enough. That is great. But on the blanket statement, I'ma quit your job. Why? I just don't feel like you do any job again. Stay at home. Then there is more to that. Probably.
Isn't it a power control? Then he wants to
exactly. I mean, he wants to insist that he is the man of the house, and then anything that he says, you need to succumb to it. But that also makes your wife a timid person. I mean, it doesn't make him have that freedom to also operate, that have a say in the decision making of the family. Don't forget that the family is not only about you, the man. It's about you and then your wife. The progress of it or the retrogression of it depends on the two of you. So if an issue comes up, you ask me to do it. Give me tangible reason. I might budge into it. It's a fantastic idea. I've given birth fresh. Stay at home for 3 years. Then, at least after 3 years, you can go back to work.
All right, we're almost out of time on this, but what are the consequences if you, as the woman, too, becomes hard-headed and like, I won't do it. What are the consequences if you refuse? Because you're still going to have to live with this man. You're still married. And if he will tell you maybe you don't respect, you're not listening to me. So if you are in a situation where you say, no, I won't quit my job or stop my career, what are the consequences?
A whole lot will come out of it. I mean that bond, that union, you feel that you have disrespected me and that probably I will punish you in one way or the other by not talking to you for some time. And then that communication would also break up. I've asked you to do something. You didn't do it. Why didn't you do it? The bond as marriage, the bond as relationship, it's going to a little bit widen up. So there's going to be a gap. Now I've spoken to you. You've not listened to me. What next? So sometimes dire consequences might come. At the end of the day, what you might expect, certain things that you might have planned for the marriage wouldn't be able to materialize, because he feels that if you had accepted my or command that don't do this, that is when we could have moved from point A to point B. But I would say that if a man or even a woman makes such a command or makes such a demand, sit down as man and a woman, ask for the reasons he is saying that you should stop your
and
work.
Even the period of time
the period of time. I mean, discuss. This is where communication becomes very essential in marriage and also in relationship. Discuss issues. Give me tangible reasons. Then I could barge into it, or I could opt out. Many marriages have broken up because of this. Stop, I won't stop. Stop, I won't stop. Listen, I want somebody who is so humble, who is so submissive, who is so listening. So then I'll go for this lady in my village. I'll go for this lady who I have been able to get closer to. That anything I say, she succumbs to it. But I mean, at the end of the day, you feel that that lady is succumbing to it because she wants a position in your life. After having that position, you think that she's also going to succumb to whatever she's saying. So at least it could lead to breakup in marriages, and then also the rippling effect when there are kids. Where will the kids be? And that is where they also become a little bit kind of, I want to go to daddy, I want to come to mommy, and then they are left in the middle. So when issues like this come in,
try to resolve it
together. No third party. I would say again, no third party. Don't at all bring any third party, because whatever goes on within your family concerns just the two of you.
But not third party, but what about if you go for like counseling? I know counseling is becoming a bigger option right now in our country. People see marriage counselors and stuff.
Even the counselor has problems.
That's true.
Even the counselor himself has problems. You get me? You know where you want to go with your marriage. You know the things that you have been able to accomplish within your marriage. So if things are not going well, you are the best people to do a projection. You are the best people to do a background check and to do an analysis how far we have come. You go rely on the counselor. He is sitting in his home with his wife. He has a problem. He doesn't even know the day-to-day activity of you, the family. He doesn't even know the plan you have for the next 5 years or for the next 2 years. You are the best people to resolve this issue.
Like this.
Exactly.
Okay, brilliant. I want to say thank you very much to Kojo Ado from Voice of Change, and he is a social commentator. I like what Nanaba said. So if her man wants her to quit her job, he can open up her own production house, and she can do her own productions and TV. So if you can afford to facilitate that,
exactly,
that's another option.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, talking about Nanaba, and Nanaba started with TV and everything. The other day I was listening to her father, and the father was like, she stands in front of the mirror as little as she was intentional to try to be a newscaster. And if someone
she has made it now.
If someone like this started as little as that, she gets married, and then her husband insists that, Nanaba, stop your job. How do you think the effect is going to have on Nanaba? At least it's really, really bad. So she wouldn't budge into such a thing, because there's something I've been dreaming about from childhood. And lo and behold, now I have it. And you're asking me to put an end to it whilst I'm young and fresh? Never at all. I can't do that.
Thank you. Some very, very good advice. So thank you very much again to Kojo Ado. So there we have it for lifestyle. So there, will you quit your job if your husband insists on it? Well, it's over to you. Anyway, make sure you don't go anywhere, because we have more coming up on New Day.